Welcome back to the channel, lads. It is episode number 56 of our FC 26 career mode here with Bolton Wanderers as we prepare for our FA Cup finals against Manchester City. 2 games to go as well in the Premier League, which could see us achieve 100 points and invincible at the end of this season if we win both games. We have won the league, as we know. We're in the Champions League finals, which will be in the next episode. And we are in the FA Cup finals today. We've already won the Carabao Cup. So at the end of this episode, we could well be one step closer to completing a treble this season, or potentially a quadruple, depending what happens in the next 2 finals that we have. For the 2 games against in the league, which will be against Sunderland and Manchester City as well. Those are tough games. We might have to prioritize maybe where we have to rotate in terms of those next 2 games. Yes, we tend to rotate for the cup games anyway, which I will make 1 or 2 changes. I think McGill will start in goal for us. He's our cup goalkeeper. We will trust him in the finals. We've also got Sunderland, Manchester City, and then the game against PSG, as we said, that will be in the next episode. But for now, it is the FA Cup finals. It is Wembley. It is Manchester City. Come on, the Trotters. I think I've asked this question in the past, right? Do you think coaches and managers play a key part in teams' tactical setup in this year's FC, given the fact that clubs can now change coaches, change managers at any point throughout the season? Because since Eddie Howe took over at Manchester City, it's a completely different team compared to what we used to face when Pep Guardiola was in charge. They were so much more resilient with Pep. They played the high line, and you could always count on them to get 1 or 2 late goals against you. And that's how we lost to them in the past. But since Eddie Howe took over, they are a lot more open defensively. They don't create too many chances, and they tend to be a little bit slow in possession rather than the quick movements of the ball that we experienced the first few games we played against Manchester City. They've gone with Gonzalez in midfield, Naipan and Reinders. They've gone with Savinho playing from the right-hand side, by the way, Doku from the left, and Erling Haaland up front, and that means Ryan Cherki is on the bench. For us, yeah, the big decision is Alistair McGill starting goal. And it's a huge showing of faith to the young goalkeeper, isn't it? For him to step up in a game of this magnitude, the FA Cup finals at Wembley against Manchester City. We do trust in the lad. Hopefully, he doesn't let us down here. Both teams have been a little sloppy in possession. To be fair, I would expect that. It's an FA Cup final. Both teams are a little nervous. Of course, we are the holders at the moment from last season. I think we won the trophy against Manchester City last season, didn't we? In that finals, and both teams facing again for the 2nd season in a row. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I like to call him Twinkle Toes, right? Lloyd Yandel. If I was going to be in charge of Bolton Wanderers next season, it was going to be a season where he was going to step up and become undisputed starter in that right-wing position. The kid's got so much class, Lloyd Yandel, by the way. And it feels even more special, a youth academy graduate scoring in the final. I mean, you could sign 50, 60, 70 million pounds players, get crucial goals for you. I'm sure the fans are going to celebrate. Oh, Joao Simoia, stop it. But yeah, I'm sure the fans are going to celebrate. But when it is an academy players, it feels even more special. Playing quite well in this first half, keeping a specialist in scoring that goal. Oh no, I was just about to say we're looking a lot more comfortable in possession. But once again, Thierry Small gives possession away. He's been a little sloppy in this first half, which is unlike him. Oh, that's a nice turn from Doku on his left foot. The shot's just narrowly off target. We need to stop being sloppy at the back. Otherwise, it's only a matter of time before a team like Manchester City will punish you. You keep giving them opportunities like that. Oh, Shimoy's going to drive forward. He's been class in this game. Look at the pace from him, the change of direction there, forcing Donnarumma into an excellent save. We've we could have scored 2 goals in this game. We could have scored 2 or more goals in this first half. Manchester City are still lucky to be in it right now. Clayton Taylor looking for support. He finds out wide to Lloyd Yandel. Lloyd Yandel's going to try and beat his man on the outside. Puts a cross into the box. Donnarumma gets there first, and the referee is going to bring the first half to an end here. We have been by far the better team in this half. We just need to do exactly the same in the second half, and even better, take our chances in the second half if we do get them. In Manchester City are not going to be this poor for 90 minutes, or whilst we created chances like that. That touch is just too heavy there from Xavier Simons, our skipper. Erling Haaland driving his team forward. He plays in the number 11, Jeremy Doku, to Nipan. Nipan finds Haaland. Haaland squares it back to Nipan, and what a save. The first time he's been called upon in this game, Alistair McGill. And I tell you what, it shows the faith that we've put in him here to start him in this game. That was Shaky coming on to replace Savinho, by the way. Oh, that's beautiful. Lloyd Yandel is just so good at beating his man. Oh, wait a second. Oh, he just couldn't find Nelson Viper in the box. He's so good at beating his man in those 1v1 situations. He can go on the outside, he can go on the inside. He's unstoppable when he's in this sort of form. Honestly, it's not really, he doesn't look like the quickest, but he's got a good turn of pace, you know. Lloyd Yandel. Talking about youth academy graduates, Manchester City have brought one of their own onto the pitch. I think that was Phil Foden coming on a few minutes ago there, but the corner, excellent header there, was cleared off the line, and we couldn't get that second goal that we have been needing in this game. This, to be fair, it's not really felt like a cup finals. I'm a bit surprised how easy it's been coming up against Manchester City. Oh, no way, Collins! Do not try to take a touch in your own box like that. We have been sloppy in 1 or 2 occasions. I did say if we continue being sloppy, it's only a matter of time. Erling Haaland will not miss an opportunity like that. That's poor defending from Collins, you know. He tried to head the ball away. For some reason, he decided to take a touch there, but good defensive header from Thierry Small. Look at the space for Nelson Viper to run in behind the defense. Nelson Viper 1-1 with the goalkeeper, and he gets the second goal in the FA Cup finals at Wembley to put us 2-1 in front with just a couple of minutes to go. And surely it's game over here. Surely Bolton Wanderers will be victorious in the FA Cup finals for the second season in a row. And he's our talisman, Nelson Viper, with the crucial goal. Oh my goodness. What a moment. It's been completely marked out of the game all game. It's been really, really quiet. But good turn of pace there on the break, over the top. And of course, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He rarely lets you down. And that should be the goal that seals the FA Cup trophy for us. What a moment. What a result, man. Carabao Cup in the bag, the Premier League in the bag, and now the FA Cup in the bag, and one more title to fight for, one more trophy to play for. It's the Champions League. Oh my God, this could well be a season to remember. If we go on to win the Champions League, that would mean we have completed the quadruple. Now, not many teams have done that. I can only think of Manchester City being the only team in English football to have completed the quadruple, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I cannot believe it right now. At the start of the season, we thought we were going to be okay. We thought we were going to do all right. But I never thought we would dominate to this extent. We are unbeaten in the Premier League. We've only lost 2 games all season, by the way. And that is to probably, arguably, the best team in the world, PSG, who, by the way, we will face in the Champions League finals, as well as losing one of the semi-final ties to Atletico Madrid. Again, another really, really good team. But a lot are going to celebrate here. We will give them a moment to celebrate with the title, and we will move on to the next one. And it's a well-deserved man of the match performance for Lloyd Yandel. Crucial opening goal. He was up and down that right-hand side. He had the left back, Wilson Esperand, on toast all game. And I think the left back was substituted as well. Well-deserved award. And up next here for us is the Stadium of Light in the Premier League against Sunderland. As we know, 2 games to go to conclude our Premier League season. 2 wins for us in our final 2 games puts us on 100 points and, of course, unbeaten this season in the Premier League. It's going to be a tough game, you know. Sunderland are usually a tough opponent. They've got Lunin in goal, Konate, one of the centre-backs, Sadiki and O'Neill in midfield. They've got Brian and Robbie and Eliza Mayenda as their 2 strikers. 2 really good strikers at this level, especially Robbie, who is such a handful, isn't he? He's so strong. The last striker, centre forward that I can remember being that strong is probably Didier Drogba. I mean, he's on his day, man. He's a nightmare for defenders. When I watch the Arsenal defence, who by far is the best defence in the Premier League this season, when I watch them come up against Brian Robbie a couple of times that played Sunderland this season, that it looked like they were scared. It looked like they were nervous. That's how much of a handful he can be. That was a good chance there for Sunderland in the opening few minutes of the game, by the way, which we've got to be careful not to concede the first goal here. Sunderland are one of those teams, if they score first and decide to, that's a free kick, referee. When they score first, they can be a nightmare to try and break them down. They keep hold of the ball so well, although it looks like they're set up to play on the counter-attack here, which might not be good news for them if they want to allow us to dominate possession in this game. Couldn't quite clear that one. We retained possession. Thierry Small going for the spectacular. That wasn't far away, you know. Good save from the goalkeeper. This is what I mean. They just set up to bounce on the break like this on there. Look at the spaces. And they move the ball so well, so smooth on the break. There's Robbie out wide, drives forward, he plays in. He plays in Tabby. I believe he scored. What an opportunity missed. Sunderland have had the best chances in this game, you know. They've had 2 chances that potentially could have scored both goals, and they would have been 2-0 up in this game. But when you don't take your chances like that, it leaves room for us to go down the other end and score goals like this. Enough said about Xavier Simons right now. As we know, whenever he scores, it tends to be spectacular goals like this. He's not scored for a while, but his 4th goal of the Premier League season, left foot hammer into the bottom corner there. In you go, easy as you like. He makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy. You could think about his ability to with those long range shooting, right? It doesn't matter whether it's his left foot or his right foot. He seems to always hit the target with so much power. It's going to be substitutions here, and Tabby has been substituted, and Diarra is coming on to replace him. He scored for his country in the World Cup, didn't he? Only recently against Uzbekistan that goal came up. He scored against Uzbekistan to send them through to the next rounds of the World Cup. Substitutions here for ourselves. Sigo, Simons, Bungard all being replaced by the likes of McPherson coming on. Not rare, he's played a lot of games for us this season actually. I was going to say rare appearance from McPherson. To be fair, he's not played too many games as of recently, but in the first half of the season, he did play a lot of games. He has grown, you know. One of my issues with him, or one of the things that I wanted him to improve, good save, was his ability to close down distance and his agility basically, and his pace. If he could improve that a little bit, he was going to be a decent player for us. And to be fair, he has been gradually doing that all season. It feels a lot quicker right now when in terms of covering those grounds, covering those distance, which is what I wanted from him. And he's worked hard and he keeps on improving in those departments. 1 minute of stoppage time. Is the referee going to allow us to take the ball forward? We lose possession here though. Adringa big tackle there. What a tackle from Charlie Hughes. That could have been disastrous for us in the sense that we needed to win this game and the next game to be able to get ourselves to 100 points this season. Sunderland, with what looked like could have been a really good chance for them. Charlie Hughes steps up with an excellent challenge, and that has kept the clean sheet for us. 1-0 victory away from home. Fantastic result. We move on. Going into our final game of the Premier League season then, one more game to conclude this season's Premier League. It is at the Etihad, it is Manchester City, it is the repeat of the FA Cup finals and the Champions League quarter-finals this season, where we have been victors on both occasions. I tell you what, Manchester City must be sick of the sight of us right now. And if there's any team that wants to stop us from achieving their record of being a centurion, 100 points, winning the quadruple, it is Manchester City. If there's any team that would want to stop us to not be unbeaten this season, it has to be Manchester City. Pretty much identical starting 11 to the one we faced in the FA Cup final. I've gone with exactly the same team that started in the FA Cup finals, by the way. I felt they played so well. Why change it for this game? Why change it for this game? The young goalkeeper gets another chance in goal for us here. Alistair McGill, he was really good in that FA Cup finals. Why not give him another opportunity here for the final day of the Premier League season, which, like we said, win this game, we achieve 100 points, and we are unbeaten in the Premier League season. That is a huge opportunity there for Lloyd Yandel. Donnarumma making a fantastic save. The build-up, though, to that patient build-up, moving the ball from left to right. I mean, the overlapping run from the fullback, creating the chance. Oh, he's going to attack it, Collins. Oh, yes. 11 minutes into the game, and our big fullback, our centre-back, playing right-back for us this season, attacks that one for his third goal of the Premier League season. He took one on the face there, didn't he? Look at this, it definitely took one on the face there as he won that header. But sometimes you've got to put your body on the line for your team, and that's exactly what he's done there. And it's absolutely paid off. And Andy Collins with a goal. Switch of play with... This is Manchester City's game, by the way. They attract all of your players to one side. Or this is Manchester City's game plan with... Oh, no way. I was just going to say that is pretty much Manchester City's game plan under Eddie Howe. They attract the players to one side. They switch the play to one of the wingers. But on that occasion, it is poor defending there for us. And I think that's Reinders with the finish to beat the goalkeeper. I believe we did all of those good work to get that early goal, only to give it away with sloppy defending. And all of a sudden, Manchester City are asking all of the questions in the first half right now. Driving forward here, Thierry Small a little bit out of possession. That was going off target anyway. But the goalkeeper decides he's unsure, wasn't too sure if that was going out wide or whether that was going to creep in towards the near post. He decided to parry it away for a corner here. They're going to put the cross in the box. Yes, goalkeeper collects that one. Come on, we need support right now. Come close, yeah, come for it. Here we go, Lloyd Yando's calling in to come short. He's got him on toast again. Wilson Hesbrand is sick of the sight of Lloyd Yando right now. He's going to square that one in to Isaac Price, who has found a bottom corner there with a good finish for his fourth Premier League goal of the season. But that was all about Lloyd Yando, you know. I mean, he had the same fullback. He had the same fullback begging for his life in the last game in the FA Cup finals. And he's doing exactly the same here, causing him all sorts of trouble. Man, we cannot afford to be sloppy again, right? I feel like we're going to need that third goal if we want to win this game. Manchester City looks so much dangerous today compared to the FA Cup finals. There's the space for Doku on the left-hand side. Oh, the pressure, the high press from City is paid off. Doku finds Haaland. And Erling Haaland with his 15th goal of the season, Premier League season that is, once again finds the equaliser for Manchester City. This might be one of those games where we might not be able to take our 3 points here, which could, of course, stop us from being a centurion. I said this against Arsenal. The irony with this is it's incredible. But Savinho has been substituted there. It looks like it will be Cherki coming on to replace him. Remember when we played Arsenal, right? We were unbeaten for up to 89 minutes of that game. It looked like Arsenal was gonna, be the first team to beat us this season. And I said during that game, the irony of the only team who has gone the whole season unbeaten to be the one stopping us from doing the same. And Manchester City are doing exactly the same here, but over the top to Nelson Viper. Nelson Viper finds the top corner. 74-minute play, and we take the advantage yet again. For the third time in this game, we have put ourselves in front. Hopefully, though, this will be enough to secure all 3 points and secure us that 100 points this season. The ball, though, over the top, similar to the type of goal he scored in the FA Cup finals, over the top, asking the defenders all lots of questions, and it's an excellent finish. Come on, 81-minute play. It's all about keeping hold of the ball now. Fresh legs has also come on. Sigo, one of those, driving us forward, out wide to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the overlapping run of Collins. Collins puts the cross into the box. Comfortable save. City have allowed us to pretty much keep hold of the ball, and they're not pressing us as high as I thought they would. They're not being aggressive with your press, and it's so easy to play it out from the back right now. J.D. Simons driving us forward, finds Wang Yudong, who has just come off the bench. And surely, if there was ever any doubts whether we were going to win this game or not, Wang Yudong puts all of those doubts to bed with our 4th goal of the game, his 4th Premier League goal of the season as well, I believe, for Wang Yudong there. Excellent substitution. The pace I knew was always going to cause City troubles to bring him on so late into the game. Donnarumma could not prevent that one. And it's the 4th goal of the game. This should be it, lads. As soon as the game starts, the referee will bring the game to an end. And we have done it, lads. Unbeaten in our Premier League season. We have now become the 2nd team in Premier League football to achieve invincibility, unbeaten for 38 Premier League games, and also the 2nd team in the Premier League to win the league with 100 plus points or 100 points. Oh my goodness, what a season it's been. I tell you what, lads, winning the title last season felt so good that we had to do it again. However, though, we were written off at the start of the season before any football was kicked. We were only expected to survive, if I'm being honest. We were never expected to reign, but football always saves its greatest stories for the fearless. Bolton Wanderers unbeaten, 38 Premier League games, 100 points. The underdogs have conquered them all. We've turned belief into immortality. We are the champions. We are the invincibles. We are the centurions. A season that will live forever, and a name that now belongs amongst football's greatest legends. Bolton Wanderers, 100 points, 38 games played, 31 wins, 7 draws, and undefeated this season. Liverpool ended up finishing 2nd, Manchester City in 3rd, Chelsea holding on to that final Champions League spot. Arsenal dropped to 5th, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Sunderland, Manchester United and Aston Villa all finishing in the top 10 all season for Manchester United there. To some extent, Aston Villa, over the last couple of seasons, you expect them to finish in the top 6. Everton and Tottenham Hotspur 11th and 12th respectively. Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Brighton finished 15th. Poor season for Brighton. Fulham and Brentford just about avoiding relegation there. The bottom 3, it is West Ham, Burnley and Sheffield United, all relegated to the Championship, and all 3 of those teams will be playing Championship football next season. The Premier League Golden Boots winner goes to the Viper, 41 goals in 38 Premier League games. An unprecedented season for Nelson Viper, never been done before. And to be honest, it will take a while to break that record. Before this season, it was Erling Haaland with 36 Premier League goals was the record for the most goals scored by a player in a Premier League season, and it's gone and shattered that record, almost 20 more goals than his closest competitor, Johan Visa. 22 goals for him, not a bad season there. Liam Delap on 21, Gyökeres on 18, Voltimada, Mikey Moore, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Erling Haaland, just the 15 goals for him. Not the best of season for the Norwegian. In terms of assists though, Philip Bundgaard leads the way, 12 assists in 28 games. Got you on Visa yet again, good season from the Newcastle striker. Nelson Viper was only 1 assist short of having the most assists this season. Mikey Moore, not a good season in terms of assists. Voltimada, Yuri Tillman, J.D. Simons on 8 assists, which is excellent for a centre defensive midfielder. Lloyd Yandel, prize the likes of Curtis Jones in there for clean sheets. Owen Goodman goes on to win the Golden Globes, 12 or 19 clean sheets rather in 35 games. Dean Henderson finishing in 12 clean sheet, Donnarumma, Mamadashvili, the likes of Kanasechi in there, Robert Sanchez as well, all in the top 10. And now for the Premier League Player of the Season award. There's only one player it's got to be, let's be honest. It has to be Nelson Viper. No surprise there at all. It would have been the biggest robbery in football's history if this award did not go to Nelson Viper this season. What a season. 41 Premier League goals, 11 assists in 38 Premier League games. Like I said, never been done before, and it will take a while for someone to break this record. Well-deserved award there going to our big number 9, Nelson Viper. Congratulations, son. You deserve it. And now for the Premier League Team of the Season. Surprisingly, Dean Henderson makes it in goal over Owen Goodman, who is our number 1 and has had a terrific season for us. Thierry Small, though, our left back, makes it in there. In terms of defensively and offensively, one of the very best in the league, one of the very best in the world right now. Well deserved. You've got William Saliba and Kerkez. For some reason, they've gone with Kerkez for the centre back. Urian Timber at right back. We don't have our captain in there, Xavier Simons. I thought he was excellent this season, but he's not in there. I think he deserves to be in one of those positions. But then again, Florian Wirtz did score 15 goals this season, and they've gone with a 4-4-2 formation. Maybe he could have got in there over Sadiki, but Saka and Varela as the 2 wide players, both from Arsenal. You have got Johan Visa and Nelson Viper as the 2 strikers. Both strikers deserve to be in there, to be fair. But maybe we should have had our goalkeeper in there and Xavier Simons in there, and it would have been a fairer team of the season that way. But anyway, it is what it is. This time, Nelson Viper makes it into the team of the season at least. I thought he was robbed last season, but well deserved there. And so then, lads, we will finish today's episode here. It's been a fantastic season for us so far. Carabao Cup winners, FA Cup winners, Premier League winners, and just the Champions League to go in the next episode, which could very much see us win the quadruple this season, the clean sweep. We have won every trophy we have competed for so far this season, and there's just one more to go in the next episode against PSG. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, but smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.